Oh, geez, what was that? I think I had a big goggle eye on the tail for a second there. Welcome back to M Hood Fishing. I'm not sure if this video is going to work today. So I'm out in this nature preserve looking for mudfish, looking for bowfin. I just spent an hour walking around this pond trying to sight fish them. It's early in the day, kind of early afternoon. It's about 3 o'clock. This pond is really stained red right now, very stagnant. It's starting to get choked up around the edges. As you saw, I've just had a tail bite from what looked like a big goggle eye. So I think the main problem is that there's too much sun hitting this water right now. Let's get out of here, go down the trail, try to find something else, and then maybe come back. If you're new to my channel, this is a rail trail that is in a preserve, Mineola Nature Preserve, and on both sides of this is water, kind of swampy, very shallow. Most of it's not fishable, doesn't have anything in it really. Mosquitoes, if you like mosquitoes. So yeah, this used to be railroad tracks. First thing I want to check on is if the old Tyler Highway trail is passable, and I would say no. Look at that down there. It's got standing water on it. There's another trail up here that goes to the right that might let us take a shortcut to the Tyler Highway, the old Tyler Highway trail. There's a slough down here that this trail will eventually parallel. The reason why there's so much water down in here is because this is the bottomlands, the lowlands, the floodplain of the Sabine River, which is close to us. So we're down in the river bottoms. The shortcut to that trail I wanted to take is way too muddy, so we're not going to do it. Over a month ago, this whole area that I'm standing in was underwater. Looks like if we keep going down this trail, we'll run into some water. Here's that bit of water I was talking about. Oh man, look how muddy the bank is. We're on the high side, the high bank. It'd be much easier if we were over there, but it is a pain in the butt to get over there. There is a little bit of flow here. Ah, dang it. And I was about to give up on this little spot. Oh, no. Tree. Ah. Did you guys see that? I don't know if you did. I saw red on its belly. Something was red. My face is red. So far, each bend that I have visited, look at that. Each one of them has produced nothing but tail bites from goggle eye. Another tail bite from something. Something right in there. Yes. Ha 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 ha. I'm just so happy that he's not. Well, that's just fine. I was going to put him back anyway. I'm just happy that it wasn't a goggle eye. Definitely not happy that it was a bass, because I'm looking for shoe pick right now, because I know there's got to be a big bowfin in one of these bins. And honestly, it's a lot funner to fish this right now than that choked up pond that I first stopped at. Let's keep going. It is time to change baits. That Senko just bit the dust with that little bass right there. So we're gonna go with this. This is a Bandito bug. and it's the green pumpkin color. Looks good. Smells good too. Yes. Yes. Yeah, you're right. Look at that. I'm on the phone with my grandma, y'all. I caught a fish while I was talking to her. We were talking about my dad's odd eating habits, you know, just normal stuff you talk to your grandma about. What do you think about maybe 2 pounds? I caught a fish, Grandma. That's what's going on. That's a nice chunky largemouth. About 2 pounds. Yeah, Grandma, you could eat this one, but not out of this place. We're under special regulations. We got to practice catch and release here. There you go. All right, we're back at this beaver pond. I had to take a call from my grandmother, but I kept on fishing. I caught that fish while I was talking to her. We're real close to sunset. This is one of those days where I forced myself to come out to fish. When I got up this morning, I just felt dragged down. I kind of wanted to stay at home and rest, but I'm out here catching fish anyway. So yeah, you're right. Let's see if we can get some more fish with this sunset, right? Looks like this pond is turning on. There's a lot more activity now than when I first came to it earlier in this video. And that creek slough thing that I was exploring, interesting looking, but just full of little fish and gar. There's got to be big fish on it somewhere. But once you get down at a certain distance, you start to lose access because it gets overgrown. So it turned out to be a bit of a time suck, but at least we got something over a pound finally in this video. Sometimes things just barely work out, and other times they just fail like that. Bam. But there's still time to tie back up. I didn't snap the leader. I still have a fluorocarbon leader here. Still have a little bit of time to fish before I have to leave. Might get roadblocked by pigs, but still have time to fish. My preferred hooks, Gamakatsu 3/0. You could probably fish these bandito bugs on a 4/0 or even a 5. I prefer 3/0 because it keeps the bait light, therefore it'll sink really slow. When I fish a Senko, for instance, on anything more than a 3/0, it impedes the action of that bait. And I would prefer to fish these slow right now. So the bigger the hook, the more weight, which means I would have to fish it faster. And I don't really want to do that right now. That water is a little deeper, so I'm going to take my time and let that bandito bug sink. I want to hop it up and down off the bottom, but slow. The faster I go, the less likely it is to contact bottom. Oh, jeez. I got him. Yes. Oh, yes. On cue. No, it's not a shoe pick. Come on, man. I'm out here to do shoe pick, and I'm getting bass. Oh. Several times in a row I came out here and did not hit bass and only hit shoe pick. And now I come out here and I'm not hitting shoe pick, I'm just hitting bass. But we're not out of that 2 pound class yet. Look at this. Yeah, you're right. He's just a little bit over a pound, but look, he loved that bandito bug. He tried to swallow that sucker. Yeah, you're right. Not bad. All right. What? There he goes. Do you guys think I really messed that spot up? You think there's another fish down in there? I think there might be. I want to do a different cast, same area, but I want to run the bait the opposite side of where I just ran it. Oh, not quite what I wanted, but that's a lot different than what I first did. Kind of up the middle of that opening is where we're going to go. Now that's deep water, so I'm going to just let it sink. Since I'm not using weight and I'm not using a heavy hook, it's going to sink slow. I want it to hit the bottom. I want to crawl this on the bottom, hopping it slightly, but letting it always go back to the bottom. That fish got me on the drop. And honestly, I thought I missed him. I struck and I couldn't feel him anymore. It's because he swam into me. Now we're on the bottom. Oh, we're coming through some structure. There we go. I've got this text pose, and it should stay text posed, but sometimes things happen, and you hang up when you're doing this, when you're text posing. But we want to go slow here. We don't want to Speedy Gonzales through this area. That's an old trestle that's going through there. Oh, man, we came through some crazy structure. This may be a bad retrieve. We might not get anything on this. You see it, guys? I'm going to zoom in on it. At least it's not a pig. One deer over there on the other side of the pond. Not a lot of fish in this video, and it almost was not a video, let me tell you. Man, whew, feels like a long day, though it wasn't very long. It is really awesome to catch a fish on cue like that when I'm talking about how I'm doing something and all of a sudden, bang, it works out. It does work out sometimes. It worked out today. I didn't think it was going to work out today. Pretty tough day at first. Yesterday was really good, but that was somewhere else. You change things, you change locations and all that. It'd be totally different. So later on, when this gets more choked, I think it'll be great for topwater frogs. We're not quite there yet, but it is getting late, and I don't want to have to ride through 60 pigs because they really start showing up in strong numbers when we get really late in the evening. So like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.